Have you ever found yourself in a moment in your relationship where you felt like a simmering volcano on the brink of eruption? Those times when pent-up emotions and unfiltered words are just waiting to burst forth, unchecked and overwhelming?
We are so over.
Fine by me!
Welcome to our journey into the world of relationship dynamics, where today's focus is on a common, yet often misunderstood aspect: venting. We're Stephan
and Monica, and we're here to help you build a passionate, connected, loving relationship. We've seen firsthand how venting, when unchecked, can lead to hurtful outbursts and damaging conversations. Today, we'll explore the fine line between healthy expression and harmful venting.
And it's not just about expressing yourself. That is key to a strong relationship. It's how, when, and where we do it that counts. We'll dive into examples you might recognize from friends and perhaps even your own relationship.
But no worries, we won't leave you hanging. Along with identifying these patterns, we'll provide you with very practical strategies to ensure your venting is constructive, not destructive.
So stick around as we dive into the world of venting, understanding it, spotting it, and most importantly, managing it effectively to foster a healthier, stronger relationship. So how do we recognize venting? How does it sound like? See if you can spot some of these signs in your relationship. Here is an example. I can't stand you when you act like that. You're driving me crazy. I'm sick of your nonsense. Why can't you ever listen to me? I don't care how you feel. This is about me for once.
Well, when we speak like that, we are well on our way to impact our relationship negatively. Neuroscience explains this very well. Let's look at Dan Siegel's hand model. Imagine this is your brain. The spinal cord comes up through the wrist and coming up into the skull. We have the brainstem and the limbic system, which works together to regulate our emotions and our fight, flight, freeze responses, which really are primal survival responses. And above this area, we have the cortex, the higher part of our brain, which allows us to think and reason. And this frontmost part of the brain, right behind your forehead, is the part of the brain that regulates the subcortical, limbic, and brainstem areas.
This regulation is important because life happens and something or someone can push our emotional buttons. We get triggered and we flip our lid like this. And instead of being balanced, connected, flexible, we lose our ability to reason, to keep perspective, to be connected. When we're like this, at the most primal level, we go into survival mode. When our lid is open, when our emotions are uncoupled from our reasoning, that's when we can get into uncontrolled expression of whatever comes up. That's where venting happens.
And to be crystal clear, when our lid is open, our first interest is survival. We're not interested in connection. For relationships, this is a destructive state. We cannot build a connected, loving relationship when we're in this state.
So the first thing to do is to train ourselves to sense when our lid is opening. And then make sure we close the lid before engaging with our partner. Stay with us to see how we can actually do that.
So, venting in relationships goes beyond just sharing your feelings. It's about expressing emotions and thoughts without restraint or consideration. It's like a storm brewing inside you, and when it erupts, it can catch your partner off guard, leaving them feeling overwhelmed and defenseless. This unchecked emotional expression can create a climate of fear and uncertainty in the relationship.
The most glaring sign of venting is raising your voice or yelling during a disagreement. It's more than raising at the decibel level. It's about letting your emotions dominate the conversation. When voices are raised, it's not just the words that hurt. It's a tone and intensity that can feel like a verbal assault. This escalation can turn a simple disagreement into an emotional battlefield, where the goal shifts from understanding to overpowering the other.
Fine by me!
Then there's the tendency to say hurtful things in the heat of the moment. It's when your emotions hijack your ability to communicate respectfully. These words, often said in anger, can leave deep emotional scars, causing pain that lingers along after the argument is over. It's in these moments that we forget our words have the power to hurt or heal.
Hey, those little spelling tips will come in handy when you're at home on Saturday nights playing Scrabble with Monica.
Another aspect is oversharing personal frustrations without filtering for impact. It's like opening the floodgates of our problems, inundating our partner with issues they may not be prepared to handle. This bombardment can leave our partner feeling like they're drowning under the weight of our frustrations, unable to provide the support we're seeking.
And hey, just so you know, it's not that common. It doesn't happen to every guy, and it is a big deal.
What I also see a lot is people letting out all their frustrations at once, and this can be particularly overwhelming. It's like a dam breaking. The sudden rush of emotions and issues can be too much for our partner to handle. This onslaught can make them feel like they are under attack, turning what could be a productive conversation into a defensive standoff.
And did you know that the only baby around here is you? And did you know that I can't even look at you right now?
Lastly, disregarding the timing or setting is a critical aspect of venting. It's about ignoring whether it's the right time or place to express our feelings. This lack of consideration can lead to conflicts that could have been avoided or handled differently in a more appropriate setting. So it's about understanding that there is a time and a place for every conversation, and respecting that boundary is crucial for healthy communication.
Why? Because everything is my responsibility? Isn't it enough that I'm making Thanksgiving dinner for everyone?
Understanding and acknowledging these patterns in our relationship is crucial. Let's explore 4 effective and practical strategies. To make them easier to remember, think of the acronym SWAT. S-W-A-T. First, let's make sure we create some space. That's our first letter, S. Say, I feel overwhelmed right now. I need space to clear. I love you and I promise I'll be back in. And give a specific time. This lets your partner know you're committed to resolving the issue, just not at this heated moment.
Yes, and it might be helpful to add a second technique, the wave and walk technique, for the letter W. This involves a simple, non-verbal sign that either of you can use when you need a break from an intense discussion. It could be something quirky, like saying Chihuahua or gelato. This signal means it is time to step out and cool down.
For minor ventings, here's a creative strategy, starting with A. Ask for permission. For less intense situations, say this. Look, I need 5 minutes to vent about this. Can you just listen for a bit? It will help me clear my head and be a better partner. It's about asking what you need in a way that respects both your feelings and your partner's. Holding the space like this can be a powerful relationship building moment.
And finally, starting with the letter T, the tense release practice. When you feel those emotions bubbling up, clench your fist tight for 5 seconds and then release. It's a physical way to discharge those pent-up emotions and can be incredibly effective in diffusing escalating situations.
So in summary, whenever you feel tempted to vent and let loose on your partner, remember this simple acronym, SWAT. First, create space. Say, I feel overwhelmed right now. I need space to clear. Second, wave and walk with a simple agreed sign.
Third, ask for permission to vent. This one is best for minor events though. And fourth, tense your fists, then release. Remember these 4 steps and you might be surprised how differently your relationship will evolve.
And now, for a bit of fun, let's spice it up with a positive venting competition. Have your partner sit on a chair and then you start circling around them while showering them with compliments for a full minute. Yes, go for an entire minute. Stay with it. Let the compliments flow. We call this praise pouring exercise. It's a light-hearted way to channel venting into something uplifting and affectionate.
Incorporating these strategies can turn venting from a destructive force into a constructive and even fun part of your relationship.
As you navigate the turbulent waters of venting, remember, having emotions is what makes us human. It's normal. It's rich territory. The trick is to transform moments of uncontrolled emotional expression into opportunities of understanding and growth.
By shifting from uncontrolled venting to mindful communication, you're not just avoiding conflicts, you're building a bridge of empathy and trust. It's about channeling your emotions constructively, creating a safe space for both you and your partner to be heard and understood.
And don't forget, if you're looking to dive deeper into your relationship dynamics and discover more about yourselves, check out our free quiz linked below. It's designed to provide you with valuable insights and help foster a healthier, more fulfilling relationship.
Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found our discussion helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more real solutions for real couples.
Let's transform your love story together.